Hi, you catch me unawares. After a fairly long and sordid career doing fairly depressing and mundane subjects in my life, I seem to be winding up with this stunning show, full of dignity and decorum, just what I've always looked for. I've always loved the Rocky Horror Show like everyone else, and now I love it personally and everyone in it. And I would like to say that if there are any future narrators out there considering the job, well, just go for it, mate, because this will be the best job you've ever had. And now please bugger off while I learn my ad-libs.
And so, by some extraordinary coincidence, fate, it seems, had decided that Brad and Janet should keep that appointment with their friend Dr. Everett Scott.
Oh!
But it was to be in a situation that none of them could have possibly foreseen, and just hours after announcing their engagement, both Brad and Janet had tasted
Frank's cock!
or forbidden fruit, as we call it. All of this means, of course, that the host was a man of little morals and some persuasion. What further indignities were they to be subjected to? And what
gospel!
My time on Rocky Horror has been short, but it's been an absolute blast. The crew and cast are just pure talent. It's amazing to come from television to go to theatre and see how it all works. We've had a good laugh. They've made me feel very welcome, which was very much needed, especially when you go out in front of hundreds and hundreds of people for the first time as a narrator and you're getting slated. It's great to get the support from your cast members. I hope it won't be the last time I do it. I've very much enjoyed it, and a big thanks to everyone who's helped me through the week.
There's certainly something about this castle to which flat tire and wet night have brought them that make them both feel... I was thinking apprehensive. And uneasy. But if they were to reach their destination that night, they would have to ignore such feelings and take advantage of whatever was an offer.
I've always had a ball on this show. I've always felt everybody very welcoming. For me personally, it's been a complete change of direction, because I started doing this about 4 years ago. Never had anything to do with musical theatre before, and it introduced me to musical theatre, and since then I've kind of done Guys and Dolls and Stepping Out and lots of other kind of things, so it's really helped me go in a direction I never anticipated. I've been coming back to the show off and on for the last 3 or 4 years, and I always absolutely love it. It's always a bit daunting when you go out on the first night every week, but when you get into it, it's just a terrific thing to do. And if there's any narrators out there who fancy doing it, I say have a go, because it's something completely different. And of course, you're out there taking all the shout-outs, and of course when you first go out, it worries you a bit, but after a time, you feel really depressed when you don't get them. This last show, I think, has been quite definitive. I think it's slightly got the edge. It's been reinvigorated. Obviously, we got the definitive David Badella. We got Julian Sperrier back, who's just fantastic. I think he's the Rocky of all Rockies, as far as I'm concerned. Great Richard Meeks, lovely Hayley. It's fabulous. I've had such a terrific blast on this show, and I don't know. It's been rather special. Some friends for life, I hope, and may it return at some point in the future. And thank you very much for having me. It has been an absolute pleasure.
I was giving it everything.